Okay, so thank you everyone for joining our co-working call. This is our 12 Eastern session. So excited to hear any updates from anyone, anything new from anyone? Yes, Jack.
Yeah, hi. I think this is my first time meeting you, Angela. I just joined SpeakerHub, I guess yesterday or the day before,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
I'm trying to learn how to work the left side of SpeakerHub Pro. And so I've been working on podcasts and associations to create lists, right? And so I'm trying to navigate my way. Is there a video that I can look at to get more competent in using that left side of my SpeakerHub Pro?
Yes. So a couple things, just so I understand, you want to know better how to use the menu bar on the left side?
Yeah, what I've been doing is I've been intuitively just navigating on my own, trying to understand each one of the titles and how they work. But I would like to be able to accelerate that with if you have a video. I just don't know where to go to access that yet.
Got it. Will you pull up your account and I'll
All right,
show
let me
you?
see. All right, let me see if I have it here. Are we sharing the screen?
Yes, you're able to share your screen.
Okay, I think this is it here. Can you see it? You want me to share screen first?
Yes,
Yeah.
please do.
Okay. Here we go. All right, let's see. Are you there yet? Yeah. Okay, now if I bring up here we go, SpeakerHub. Can you see it now?
It looks like your screen is, you just need to drag your screen up. Yes, we can see it now. So if you go to the Academy, click
Yeah.
on it
Okay.
and scroll down.
All right, so all the tutorials are right down. Let's see,
All
scroll
right.
down.
Mhm.
I got to move our window over so I can reach my scroll bar. Okay, we got, which one should I go to?
You can go to onboarding training video is great. Customizing your brand, how to start sending pitches. So they're all very pretty short videos.
Customizing your branding kit. Okay, yeah, they're all labeled.
They
So
are.
templates in speaking. So if I was wanting to hone in on podcasts and associations in order to get some communication, which one would be good to go to for that?
Well, how to start sending pitches. So
Yeah.
to your question, I can help you here. This call is designed to help with any technical issues or to help if there are questions. So I
That's
know
why I'm here today.
exactly,
I,
exactly.
I won't be able to stay for the whole meeting, but that's why I'm here now. Thanks for taking me first.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for jumping in. So click on podcast.
All right. You want me to go back to
Click
my, okay, yeah. You want me to click on podcast? Okay.
just for real time.
Here we
Well,
go.
everyone, I know there are a lot of more people who've hopped in. Jack had questions about sending pitches, so we're gonna walk through it. For other people who are new, want to make sure that you are confident with getting the pitches out. Okay, so now you found a podcast that you're interested in.
Yeah, what I did is I would put a title up here, Angela, and then all the podcasts under that title would show up.
Yes.
And then I went to I would create a list.
Okay.
In here I would give it a title, and then I would go down and I would create the title, and then I would add them as I saw the ones I wanted to add to that list. Right?
Okay. You've already created lists,
Yeah.
and you
Here's a couple right here. See them?
perfect. So your next step would be to send. So if you go to your mailbox
Okay. Now, but where? Oh, there it is.
at the
Okay,
bottom,
mailbox. Yeah.
and here are the 22 podcasts that you put on the list.
Oh, well, you're ahead of me. I have 22 there.
You
Yeah.
do at the top. You'll see your
Okay. All right. So now how do I send a pitch?
click pitch
Up on each one or at the top?
one at a time.
Just one at a time. Okay.
Great question. Error connecting the contact. Please try again later. Okay, let's click on the next one.
Click on another one.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go and click that again.
Click another one.
I see what's happening. Okay. So refresh your page.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Now let's click on the second one to
Right
pitch.
here?
Yes,
Okay.
perfect. So we are drafting the email for you. The AI is looking at your bio and your background and the information about the podcast and writing a pitch for you. So go
All right,
ahead.
now when I clicked that second one just now, Angela,
Yes.
what happened?
What happened when you clicked pitch?
No, when I clicked the word pitch, yes, what happened then?
When you click the word pitch, then our system will look at the background of that of that association, and it looks at your background and it creates a customized pitch. So Jack, you're the only one who would have a pitch that looks just like this. Ruth and Brett will look completely different.
So when you say that there's a pitch there, did that pitch go to that association?
Great question. Thank you for asking. No, it did not go. When we click pitch, that triggers it to write the email. And so if you can scroll up on, yep, pull that, scroll down a little bit, scroll down some more, and then you see there's another bar for you to drag in the email sequence, in the actual square where the email is.
No, I don't see it. Where the email is, there's another scroll. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then when we want you to read it first, make sure that it says what you want it to say, and then you will click send.
Do I have the ability to edit that if I choose?
Yes, you do.
And
Absolutely.
that button is?
You just type within, just like on Gmail, you just put your cursor wherever you want to start editing.
Okay. So it automatically edits at my will with the mouse.
You can edit. Yes, you can edit from anywhere.
Just with the
Anywhere
mouse. I
within
don't have to hit, I don't have to hit an edit button. Okay.
Correct. Great question. You do not have to hit an edit button. And then if you like it, click send.
Now, if I send that, where does it go?
Great question. When you send it, it goes to Mr. Brockmeyer.
Okay, it goes to the place that I hit the pitch button with.
Yes. And then when that person replies, that will come to your inbox.
Inbox over here.
No, in your Gmail account.
My own email inbox,
yes,
right?
your own email inbox. So you will reply normally from there.
And so I'll be creating an ongoing rapport with all the ones that I initiate a first send to.
Yes.
Now, will I be able to categorize them somewhere on SpeakerHub Pro where I can work with them on the website?
Will you ask that again?
Can I work with them on SpeakerHub Pro, or do I have to use my email, my own email for that?
You can follow up with them through SpeakerHub Pro, but in terms of negotiating and talking about selecting their days, we don't get your replies into our system. Those replies go directly to your email account.
So once I send that first send out, it's all my game then on my own in my email.
Yes. So let's do it. Let's click send.
Well, hey, I haven't decided whether I like it or not.
Oh,
Yeah, have I? Let me read it.
Okay.
No, you're asking me to send it. I appreciate that being expeditious because of time with all the people in the room. However, let me make sure it's acceptable. Okay, let's give it a shot. What the heck? It's only one podcast, right? For the sake of instruction, Angela, I'm with you.
Thanks for asking, Jack. Everyone has gone through that. We've gone through this a million times with everyone, and it's never a problem. So
I'm sorry. My question is so boring that it's one we all ask.
No, that's part. We want every new person to feel comfortable asking that here. It is not a problem at all.
Okay. So hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey,
Jack,
Ron.
I just caused a problem for you. Can you reshare your screen? That's my fault that screen went that way.
Yes.
I had to make some updates to some permissions on your account, and I did it while Angel's was still talking. I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't think you were going to end up sending the pitch, but if you share your screen again.
By the way, I think I undid the share button. I think I undid. Is my share button still going?
No, you're not sharing anymore. So you have to share one more time. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Good to see you.
Okay, now where's my screen? Is this it over here? Let's see.
Yep, it's down there at the bottom.
I just have to bring it up, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not it, is it? No.
Yeah, that's a different one.
That's the wrong one. It's down at the bottom somewhere, right? Let's see. I might have clicked it off.
Okay, but if you open it back up, I want to walk you through something really fast because I know this is going to be the next question. So I just want to kind of future pace a little bit and say, okay, after you sent it, where do you find the pitch and where do you go to make sure that it went out and things of that sort. So I
Yeah,
want to
I
walk
hear
you
you.
through that
Okay, let me
part.
see if I can bring it back up here. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm down on my bottom screen.
Yep, and just
Uh,
open up a new window if you have to, just for time's sake. Because I
Okay.
don't. Yeah, just open up a new one. It's going to
Okay.
take a couple of seconds. There you go. So
Wait,
hit
here we go.
refresh
Here
on
we
your
go.
screen. No, go back.
Uh,
Yep, go back to that one. Hit refresh. It's going to ask you to log back in. Right. Go ahead and log back in again with your Gmail. Right. Now click on Mailbox at the bottom left.
yeah.
And that was a great explanation. Click on Mailbox. You can see you started, and the one you were going to send was the second one. You see it says continue now because the pitch didn't send, but you had already clicked pitch. You see the second one that says continue?
Yeah.
is
What
click
happened
pitch.
there?
Yeah, that's because we didn't send it. So
We
click on
didn't send
continue.
it?
Yep, click continue, and you'll still see the email there. Now scroll down and click send, and then it's very apparent when you send it because it's going to turn green. So go ahead and click send
Why didn't it send the first time?
because I broke it. It was my fault, but it
Okay.
just sent that time. There you go. So now when you scroll up to the top, now you see you have 1 in the sent column and 21 in the waiting column. You see
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
So now you just sent your first pitch. That's how you do
I
it.
yeah. Angela did that for me.
Well, I
Okay,
watched
and
you
listen,
push the
I'll
buttons.
look at the videos and catch up. But thank you for giving me a heads up start here, so I know
Mhm.
how to do it. This is great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's that easy. You know,
It's going
it's
to take
that
me a
easy.
while to get that whole left-hand side down, but I'll get it. I'm working with podcasts and associations right now.
Yep. Yeah, you're
Okay.
gonna do great. I promise
Oh,
you.
okay. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. You stop sharing, right? Okay.
Yep. So good to see everybody. I'm Ron Story. I am the head of product here at SpeakerHub. The meeting was previously run for the last 12 minutes by our head of operations, Angela, which should give you all no fear that if I'm never here, she's probably better at this than I am. At least she's probably a lot clearer in her communications than what I am. I could be, I joke and I tell people I'm not an inspirational speaker or a motivational speaker. I'm a perspirational speaker. So I know how to tell people to get to work. That's all I know is working on my side. So thanks, Ange, for handling the first 10 or 15 minutes. Good to see everybody. I don't think anybody new is here today that we need to do any introductions from. Good to see you coming back, Mick. We have Ruth. I don't know. This isn't Ruth's first time. I have seen Ruth here before. So, um, yeah, so good to see everyone. We always say if you come back twice, we usually got you. Like you're probably going to become a customer of ours real quick. If you come back 2 times, that's a sign we watch. We're like, oh, he came back. We probably got this one, right? But no, you're always welcome. Mick, thanks for the nice note on LinkedIn. Also, Brett, good to see you.
Hey
You want to
there.
go ahead and ask your question?
Yes, I'm a remote worker for Zev, so I can remotely access his computer, but I can't do that now. I was trying to change the password, um, and when I did that, and and unable to show, but if you were able to share your screen and see if you could change your password, you might see the same problem I was running into. I was not able to change the password. I was going to ask you if you could show me how to do that.
Yeah. So all of your passwords are set up inside of Gmail or Microsoft. So unless you were with us from 2020 up until June of last year, you can't enter your own password anymore. We force you to use Gmail or Microsoft. So if you go back to the login page and you click continue with Google or continue with Microsoft, it should allow you to log in with that account. There's no way for you to change your password anymore inside unless you have one of the original accounts that sent you an email, and we don't even let you set it up that way anymore.
Good enough. We were just trying to find a way to uh, get it to
To
where I could
share?
access that
Yep.
without
So I'll
having
show
to
you.
go
I'll show
through
you.
his
I got
computer.
something even better. So if you share your screen with us, right?
Well, I'm
And
unable to get on his computer at the
okay,
moment, so
okay, no. But
hopefully,
if you just share your browser, right? And you
okay.
have, can you log in under his Oh, you don't have his email password to his
That
Gmail
is
or
correct.
whatever? Okay.
Yep.
All right. One moment. So I have a way to do that. I got you.
That would be
So
awesome.
yeah, no, I got you. I have a different way. I'm going to make you a teammate on his
Ah.
account.
Okay.
Yep. So give me 1 second and I'll make you. So we have this great team functionality that allows for the owner, who would be Zev in this case, to allow his assistant or his teammate or partners, anyone like that, where they could have a team or a workspace. So give me 2 seconds and you should be able to, what email can you, do you want me to use the email I already have for you, Brett, or is there a different one that you want to log into?
And I would use my email and my
You're going to
password
be
to get in
logging
then?
in. Yeah, it's gonna send you an email saying, click
Perfect.
this button to create your own account.
Brett at Wexler, email that you
Okay.
have.
Can you put it in the chat? Send it to me
Oh,
in the chat so I
absolutely.
can get it. That way I can copy and paste. Good to see you back,
No,
Chef Lee. Like I told Mick, if you come back 2 days, there's a high chance we got you for life. I'm just saying. We've seen it. Everybody came once and they never stopped coming. They may miss a week, they may miss 2 days, but
Ask me how
usually
I
they
know.
stuck with us for a long time. So good to
Ask me
see
how
you.
I know.
You know? So all right. So I want to show people, I want to show this because I think it's a cool feature and a cool thing that we've created. So we have this new thing called workspaces. And what workspaces does is workspaces allows you, if you have multiple jobs or you have multiple career paths and you want to be able to have a different branding kit for each personality. So let's say for in the daytime, I'm a lawyer, but online um, I'm a celebrity chef, but I don't want my lawyer clients to know that I can really cook or something, right? So what I would do is I would create a different I can create a different personality or a different branding kit inside of my SpeakerHub Pro account that allows me to proactively pitch and create a different brand and reach out under that brand. Does that make sense?
yes.
So that's the cool thing about that. So um let me fix this because I have to fix any other. Will that solve your problem, Brett? If we can get that resolved for you, is that the only thing, or did you have
That
another
is the
question?
only thing for today until I run into something that, I'm spending time on that thing. So I'm doing,
Okay, cool. Let me resolve this and we'll be ready to go. All
Ron, I have
right.
a question related to what you just said.
Yep. Go ahead. Yep.
So, um, we have a couple of Black NSA members who wanted to sign up. The problem is their professional email is not Gmail and it's not Microsoft. So
Yep.
the concern is if they sign up with their Gmail, their pitch emails are going to come from Gmail, which doesn't look professional. So will this solve their problem as well? Can they sign up for their account with Gmail and then use the workspace to have an account that's their professional email that allows them to send from it?
No, and that's the reason that we do it this way. And I want to let me solve the core problem, which is I don't want to be embarrassed by the email that I sent. That's the core problem, right? I don't want someone to see that I sent from a Gmail account. Uh, Everyone, grab your phone. Show me your phone. Everyone who has a camera, show me your phone. Bring your phone up. All right. Now, open up this app they got called Mail on your phone, right? So I got mine open here and you can see I got emails, right? So now open up the first email. It doesn't matter who it's from. It can be from anybody. You don't have to show it on the screen, right? And without clicking on their name, tell me their email address. The boss is here. Yes, baby. Okay, 2 pointers. Estoy en una cita. ¿Tú quieres saludar? Ok, pero estoy en una cita, ok? Dame besos. Ven. Come. Okay. Jugar conmigo ahora. Vamos. Come on. Come on. Tú puedes en la central. Okay. Say hi. Okay. My baby wants to play with
Hi,
us right now, but she
beautiful.
doesn't realize daddy is working. Say hi.
Hi,
I'll play with the cars
beautiful.
with you. Okay. Say hi. Everyone's saying hi.
Hello.
You don't want to say hi to AJ and Angie? Look, AJ and Angie, they see.
Yeah, man.
Hello.
Oh, she wants to play.
Okay.
I can't, girl.
So, dame besos y regreso con mamá, okay? Okay. So, what I was saying is with your phone, there you notice you couldn't see the person's email address. You have to click 3 times to get to that. How many of y'all have invested that much in a stranger? Where you're like, yeah, I want to click and see everybody's thing. Okay. Dale chicle y okay.
She's beautiful. She must look like her mother.
But that's the good thing. If she looks like me when she grows up, she's gonna have a problem. It's gonna be really bad, you know.
I couldn't help it, Ron. Sorry, man.
Now, hey, look, I don't want no little girl to have this face, okay? So, you know, you got the beard. You look just like your dad. Got the goatee and everything. No, I don't ever want them to say that. I'm kidding. It's a joke. I'm just being silly. It's about me. So, you know, who cares? So, but moral of the story is that you can't see the email, right? And nobody's that invested. So I've never said, man, I would have done business with them, but they didn't invest $7 in a personalized domain. Like, that's goofy. So we require Gmail and Microsoft for logging in for the particular reason is that those are the only 2 platforms you can send your pitches from anyway. Right? Now, our average user is over the age of 55, right? Can someone explain to me what DKIM is? Okay, what's DKIM, Lethea? Oh, you muted, you muted.
Basically, DKIM is a protocol, and you set it up on your domain, and it basically improves the reputation of your sending email in the domain from which you send your email from, so that you can get past the gatekeepers or the ISPs, the internet service provider systems, so that they will receive your email into their system. And when they receive it, if it has a high score, if you've set up your DKIM properly, then it won't go into spam. It has a greater chance of actually hitting a person's inbox.
Yep. And out of all the people on here, one person knew what it was. If we allow you to sign up with anything other than Google and Microsoft, everybody has to now go learn DKIM and all this other technical stuff that's not required. I can show you email campaigns that we send from a regular Gmail account that has 87% open rates. Right? So the key is to get the email delivered to the right person and get them to open it, regardless of where it comes from. So I'm sorry if they don't want to use Gmail, but guess what? Ain't no other place to use it besides us. So they got no choice. I mean, I'm sorry to be a jackass, but it's the truth. We got a monopoly on this, guys. So you can win with this, but we just can't risk making things so incompatible. So they can use Gmail. They'll be fine. Lethea, tell them to talk to me, right? But I have this conversation 8 times a week. So sorry for being a bit passive aggressive with it, but the results we have to get results in spite of our emotions. Let me say that again. We got to learn to get results, guys, in spite of our emotions. Man, I don't want to send from that. That is an emotional response. Do you want to get booked more or not? If you don't, then keep using your email address as your excuse, right? But if you do, come on over here to the good side. We will connect your regular Gmail with your domain, pay them $7 or whatever, and we'll get you booked. It's easy. Okay, Ruth, sorry for the rant. But I'm really passionate about that because it's technically, it puts everyone else at a disadvantage. Ruth?
Just unmuting myself here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, so thank you. This is really helpful. So based on what you just said, I have actually a brief follow-up question. So being that I'm in Canada
Yep.
And our dollar seems to be sitting at around 10 cents to the US dollar. I'm having to be very careful with my budget. So I'm just trying to get clarification on how this works, because I just signed up for the 30-day trial.
Yep.
Thinking the 30-day trial for the yearly plan for SpeakerHub. And I thought that would give me access to all the features I was just seeing in Jack's account, but I think it just gives me the speaker page. So
Yep.
like everyone on this call who signed up, like, are they like, do we all have to pay for the annual plan for SpeakerHub page? And then do we have to do a monthly add-on top of that for the AI podcast access?
Yep. So that's a good question. So there's two basic ways that there's two different functions in SpeakerHub. The first one is what we call the speaker page. For those who, good to see you, Harriet, for your first time. Good to see you, Adrian. Good to see you. But here's how we function. So SpeakerHub is basically built around this thing that we call the speaker flywheel, right? And this flywheel consists of inbound leads and outbound leads. Does that make sense? So the inbound leads come from that speaker page, so that when we look your name up, Ruth, in Google or somewhere else, or our event planners, when they go through and they look through our speakers, there's 10,000 event planners on SpeakerHub. They're searching in that speaker profile speaker page. There is a free version. It would allow you to put one topic, one photo, right? So you don't have to pay for it. You can use the free version, right? But the paid version allows you to put your speaker reel, all of your topics, all of your testimonials, all of your links to your courses and everything else that you will want to share with the world, right? On the outbound side, that is a different license, right? So what you just saw Jack has a subscription to, our SpeakerHub Bureau, basically, right? So he paid the basic membership so he can put up all of his speaker reels and all of those things, so that when people find him, they find him in his best light. But also he has a membership in the Bureau, which is an annual contract paid monthly, right? So that annual contract paid monthly allows him to have access to everything that we do, based on the level that he chose. Some people choose to only use podcast. Some people choose to reach out. Our emerging speakers use podcasts and associations. Our more conferences. Does that make sense? So there
Yes.
are two separate licenses, right? What do you charge per speaking gig?
Well, it depends on if it's in country or not, but my pricing starts at $4,500.
Okay, right. So at $4,500, right? If you were to use one of our licenses, we have one that's $297, and that would give you access to reach out to 4,800 people this year. Do you believe that if you reached out to 4,800 people, you would probably get 1 gig?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think you may get 2 or 3?
I think so.
Okay. That's the value that we provide, giving you
Yeah.
access to 4,800 opportunities, right? In exchange, we believe, if you can't get 1 gig, our guarantee says, I will give you your money back,
Okay.
right? So everyone on here, there's some people that have paid us lifetime, thousands of dollars up front, because they're like, dude, I know I'm going to pay this back in 1 gig. And
Yeah.
now I have access to it forever, right?
Okay.
So I'm never ashamed of the value that we provide, because the cost of a virtual assistant to go and Google and create that spreadsheet that we've created with our 4 million points of data, I don't even know what that would cost, right? That would cost, I know how much it costs me to build it right now with Catherine and the other 3 data miners that we pay. So I can't imagine that being ever cheaper than what we charge for the license. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you. That's a good explanation. And I'm going to have to check, because I thought I had signed up with SpeakerHub with my business email, but now what you've explained about Gmail, I guess it would be different for the the
Yeah, it's
Pro,
different for
right?
the page. Whatever page you log in with on the speaker page, we don't care about that because you're not sending emails,
Okay, okay,
right? With SpeakerHub Pro, you're actually emailing the organizer directly.
okay. So just use
Right.
my Ruth Van Viersen at
Yeah,
gmail.com.
you can use that.
Okay.
But if it's hosted, like my SpeakerHub email account, we pay Gmail for that account.
Mhm.
So you can move your personalized domain over to Gmail. It just has to be from Gmail servers. Here's the main reason. Outside all that crap I talked earlier, Gmail trusts Gmail.
Mhm.
Like they trust
Right,
Gmail.
right.
When you got this other servers from some other place that may not have all this stuff set up properly, they're just going to send you to spam. But
Mhm.
Microsoft trusts Microsoft. They also trust Gmail. And they kind of got this reciprocal relationship where they trust emails that come from their servers. Why? Because they control the email accounts for the biggest companies in the world. Right? So put my arrogance aside, look at the technical side. Gmail is going to deliver more Gmail emails than any other email because it's from their system. They can look in your email account, you know that.
Yeah. Yes.
They can look and see if you're really sending Nigerian Prince
Yeah.
emails or if you're sending podcast pictures.
Yeah.
They can check that out, right? So calm down, everybody, including myself. We just got to be able to pitch. We're trying to be effective.
Yeah.
Right. And that's my whole motivation is to be effective for everybody outside of the outliers. Does that make sense, Ruth? So
Yes.
come on
Thank you
over,
for explaining.
join the Bureau, join
Yeah.
the SpeakerHub Bureau. We are the best in the world. We have the most data, 4 million data points. We don't take any commissions. We give you a guarantee. No other bureau would do that. They're not guaranteeing you anything. We give you a 1-year guarantee. If you send all of your pitches and you're not invited to speak on a stage, I will click refund and send you your money back. I don't know anybody who's on this call that has sent pitches and not been invited.
Okay. Thank you.
Makes sense? So that
Yeah.
should be a little bit of security.
Yeah. Thanks, Ron.
Lee, yep, no problem. Lee, how's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
I am very well.
Good. It's so funny when I was on the Black NSA call, I heard you mention Medellin, and I didn't think that you were from there, but now seeing you speak Spanish, I live in Lorelas sometimes, half of the year.
Oh, no, it's cool. You live over by AJ. AJ lives in Laureles too. You know, I live in
Ah,
Poblado, or Los Palmas, but AJ is in Laureles. So AJ's in Medellin also. So next time you're in town, hit us up. We'll go grab lunch at Jamaiquita, the Jamaican restaurant that one of our friends owns.
I look forward to it. Awesome. So, my
Oh,
question.
that invitation's open to anybody else on the call too. You ever make it down to Medellin, hit us up. We got you. Lunch on me.
Hey, all right. So, I had an opportunity to send out roughly about 15 pitches already. And I know that they're based off of what Lethea taught us, there is a sequence of time frame that we should send out or follow-up pitches or follow-ups. I wanted to know, how do we do that from within inside of SpeakerHub?
Yep. So go ahead and share your screen with us. No, this is a good call, guys. I'm pretty excited about this. Right.
Can you see my
So,
screen?
yep. So if you can open up the window just a little wider, and you see you're in Mailbox, right? So
Yes.
you see you sent 10 pitches. You see there's a folder at the top next to
Mm,
waiting,
yes.
right? Click on sent, and then you see follow up. You see that big orange word,
Okay.
and click there. And then now it's going to ask, do you want to follow up right now? So you go ahead and click follow up, the plus button in the middle. And if you got a response, then you don't send a follow up. Of course, you mark it booked. But if you didn't get a response, the email is going to rewrite a very similar email just talking about following up.
Okay.
You see it there?
It's still circulating for
Yeah,
the AI
but yeah,
writer.
it'll take a second because it has to analyze what it's going to say. And then in about 5 seconds, it should have that email written for you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. That's it. That's how easy we make it. You know, the fortune is in the follow-up, guys. The fortune is in the follow-up. All right. And any other questions?
We have a few questions in the chat.
Yep.
Oh, their hands
Okay.
are, okay. Mick,
Cool. Mick, what's up? I saw you waiting in line there. I apologize.
You're good, Ron. How are you? My question is probably pretty simple. I put together a speaker page yesterday after the conversation, and I think it's stuck in a spam filter. So I didn't know. It's just kind of the first draft. I've got more stuff I wanted to put in, but I didn't know how long it usually
someone
takes
on
for
our
that to
team-
clear, or like
Yeah.
if I should keep editing or just wait till it clears, or what. the
Oh
process
yeah.
is.
So I mean, I know who you are, but we have to read them first because we don't want anybody uploading any obscene pics, right? We had that issue before.
Oh,
and people
that's probably what it is. I'll just start there and work my way down.
No, that's funny. No, we don't want people uploading obscene pics or advertising their business. Because of all the traffic that we get, people would put mixed towing and it has nothing to do with speaking. They're just putting
Right.
random businesses in there, hoping to
Right.
get SEO clicks from our Google ratings. So
Right.
we just manually approve them now to make sure that we're not dealing with that. And
Okay, so I can keep editing. It's not
yeah,
gonna
just
like
keep
throw
going,
me to
keep
the
going.
bottom of
We
something.
know
Okay.
we know it's you. We'll go through it and
Okay.
you'll be fine.
Okay.
But
And
we
I will
put it in-
change that picture. I just really like that tattoo, so I thought it might generate some
no.
interest. But no, it's
Yeah, I mean, hey man, whatever you put a tattoo up, that's up to
Okay.
you. You know, if that's how you want to represent yourself. But not over here.
all good. Appreciate it. Thank
Yep.
you.
But yeah, guys, so we get about a little bit over 1,000 signups a month, right? So especially for the speaker page, and we had to build this quarantine process because I'm like, dude, this isn't even a real speaker. Kick this dude out. So every day, probably 4 people attempt to sign up for a speaker page, finding some old link that we have, and yeah, it ends up causing a problem. So Lawrence, what's up?
I had the same question as Mick. It was just about how long it would take for the speaker pages to be verified.
Yeah, we'll get it to you. I promise you. I promise you. We'll get it approved for you. Make sense? All right. Any other questions? Brett.
Yes, I was just wondering, am I to expect an email from you for setting up
Yeah,
that
I
workspace?
had to make a small change, so I'm working on it. If you see me
Fair
not
enough.
looking at the camera, I'm actually typing. Had to set up something special for you guys for the feature to work because we turned it off during a trial, and I know that you all are using a trial account that we gave you on Saturday.
Good enough. I just wanted to follow through before I got out of here because I'm expected somewhere
Yep.
else. So,
So basically,
thank you for that.
basically you'll get an email from us and it'll ask you to log in with that email. It'll have an orange button. It'll say click here in order to log in. Got it?
Got it. Thank you.
Yep. So if you have to leave, it should be done. Looks like I have to send something over to Miguel to get him to get it fixed.
Perfect.
All right, cool. Any
Thank
other
you.
questions, guys? This was a great start. Again, Lethea, I want to make sure that nobody who watches this feels offended by what I'm saying, but I know that the email has never held anyone back. I've never had anyone say, man, dude, you sent this email from a Gmail. You're not professional. Get out of here. If they want the goods, they're going to buy the goods, right? So, let's let that not hold us back. How many of you all pitch from a regular Gmail? Is anybody on here sending from regular Gmails now? Okay. AJ, Kevin. I know I do. I send all of my stuff from regular Gmail. Harriet, you want to introduce yourself? Nice to meet you for the first time. Business Gmail. Yeah, it's still Gmail. Cool. Harriet, how are you?
I am fine.
Nice to meet you. You want to introduce yourself? We've never met you before.
I've seen you many, many times because I always jump on different sites. I've seen you on Talkadot, I've seen you on Black NSA.
Okay. All
And
right.
so I'm
But this is your
taking
first time here, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you're welcome here any day, anytime, any day.
So I want to take the opportunity to introduce myself, seeing that you invite me to. I'm the one you're talking about. I have a Zoho account, so I couldn't sign up with my my Gmail. I use it for homeschool because I homeschool. So I was using my Gmail for homeschool, and I didn't want to I have a domain, and so it's at nutritionbank.org, which is Zoho. So I couldn't get into SpeakerHub, so I end up using my homeschool account.
Yeah, it's okay.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Your house didn't burn down. Nobody did a drive-by shooting. It's okay. Get in and send the pictures. I promise you, it will be the smartest thing you've ever done, right? Because
Yes.
were you here when we pulled up the phones? Did you look at the phone?
Yes. Yes.
And could you see the person's email address?
Yeah, but you know, I was one of those people who check emails because my name is in the dark web. Everything is in the dark web. My name, social security, birthday, everything. So I have to be careful because somebody took over my computer one time. So I do check emails. I'm one of those few people who check emails if I feel like I want to open that account, click on something, I'll check the email. So I'm one of those few people because I know that I exist in the dark web.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that's a good point. I'll give you a workaround, right? So one of the easiest workarounds for this, most of us have our domains as a .com or something of that sort. We usually shoot for the .com, right? So if you're already using it for Zoho on some other thing, you can usually go and get a .net for $3, right? Or something like that, really inexpensive. Or if you just go sign up through Gmail, they'll sell you a different domain. Get the same name you want as a .co or a .net or something like that, or .org, especially if it's your speaking account. That way, if you don't own if you own the .com, get a secondary domain and use that one for your outbound emails and things of that sort. The reason being is that it protects the main email account, but it segregates these emails into a separate bucket, right? But the main reason that you mentioned it, the main reason that we use Gmail and Microsoft is to avoid what they call email spoofing, where someone takes over your company email and now they're acting like you. I remember I was in a pitch competition called Arch Grants in St. Louis. And this was with my old company, Lead Warmer. And in my presentation, I showed them that I can send them an email under anybody's name. And they were like, how? And they're like, dude, there's no way you could do that, right? So they ended up like voting me down, saying I was lying about the technology to do that. I met with one of the judges afterwards, and he runs one of the biggest tech companies in St. Louis. I met with him afterwards, and I said, dude, why did you give me like a 0 on this? He was like, dude, you can't do what we're talking about. I said, what's your email? And I pulled up my phone right there in front of him, and I sent him an email from my phone, from his email address. And he said, oh man, I didn't think this was possible. I'm like, anybody can spoof if you're just using these weird domains. So I understand your fear and wanting to do it that way, but Gmail and Microsoft make it a bit more difficult to do it because they'll send you an email saying someone's spoofing your email account right off the bat. So that's what it's about, Harriet. I wasn't picking on you. Want to make sure you know that. I'm actually a really nice guy. But 90% of our people are over 55, and trying to get them to set up DKIM and all that other DNS stuff, we wouldn't have any customers. Like, they would hate us. Mick, question? Leaving, heading out
No,
for the day?
sir. No, sir. Checking out. See you next
All right.
Monday. Thank you.
Well, yeah, welcome. See you around. Right? Any other questions about SpeakerHub or anything? Because I have a quick topic I want to go over.
I have a quick question about SpeakerHub.
Yep.
So I think I'm trying to remember the site. It has a part where I can ask a question or have somebody go through it. I've been watching the videos, the one that says start here. So I've been going through all of that. But there's a part where you have a section that says almost like book a call for some, if I see it, it's one of the 3 boxes right on top.
Yep. So there's the Academy.
Yes, to the right there.
Yep.
So would that be to walk through something, or if it's something specific?
Yeah, I mean, most of our general questions, you should just come to this call, right? Because this
Okay.
is what we handle here. We'll answer whatever general support questions like
Okay.
we've done so far today, but we'll also help you. Usually we're teaching something. I have a little bit of things I want to teach today about like how the speaking business works, but that's what that's about. This is what we call the academy, where you
Okay.
can get your speaker status quiz, get additional help if you need to talk to me directly about something, general questions here on co-working. And if there's a technical thing where you need to talk to someone like via chat, you can come over here and we usually answer all your technical questions
Okay.
right here. So,
Okay.
this is probably the most comprehensive support system of any software company, where you can complain in the chat bot, you can come and complain and embarrass us in front of everybody, or you can cuss me out in private. That's kind of how I thought about it.
Okay.
Right. So we're here. We're gonna make it easy for you to get your thoughts heard. Lethea,
The
go ahead.
technical aspect is so daunting for me. It really sends me into a whirlwind. I get so nervous sometimes. Sometimes I have to like woosah and sit myself down just so I can understand. So I'm just saying that to say, when you explain things, if you could explain it like, like you're talking to 55-year-olds.
Yep, exactly. So Harriet,
Thank you.
have you sent your first pitch with SpeakerHub?
No, and I
Okay.
could have sent
So-
it like 4 days ago, and I talked to my husband. I was saying, Quill,
Share your screen. I want to
don't
show you
have the-
something. Share your screen with me. I want to show you.
Okay.
I'll show you this little trick I learned. And
Hold on, let me. I'm using my
yep.
here. So this is my SpeakerHub. Can you hear me? No?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh,
I think Ron may be frozen.
I'm not sure where Ron went, but it's okay. We'll keep going. I have a feeling I know where he was headed with this. So Harriet, let's look at podcasts,
okay.
your screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Any of these podcasts what's your topic?
Nutrition. It's not, I love nutrition. It's my passion. I know it so well, but I'm
Okay.
not confident about the topic because I feel like people I don't know. I feel like it's not sexy. It's not.
Harriet, people will always need to be healthier. Nutrition is the sexiest topic ever. You can't get more sexy than nutrition because we all have something we can get better at. So we are grateful that you're passionate about it because we really do need your help. So let's type nutrition where it says search for podcasts.
Okay.
Let's type nutrition in there. So our AI recommends some podcasts, but then you can also type for specific words and click that little magnifying glass,
Oh,
which will allow you to search. It's right next to nutrition. Yes, perfect. So we're going to do a search specifically for nutrition. And you can see we have 1,487 podcasts focused on nutrition.
oh,
Let's go ahead and pick one that seems interesting.
I like this one. I love the science of nutrition.
Perfect. And that's something most people don't know. We're just out here eating what we think we should eat. So click on science and nutrition.
Oh, click right here?
Yes, click right there. And then you're able to see the past episodes. You're able to listen to them, but you're also able to read what the podcast is about.
Yeah.
Since we know that you know science and nutrition, let's add that to a list.
Okay, that's something I would be into. Thank you. This is what I kind of needed.
You're welcome.
Should I click this?
Yes.
Okay.
If this is your first one, we'll create a new list and let's call it nutrition.
Okay.
Since that's one of the topics you focus on. Perfect. Create list. Save to list.
Save to list. Okay.
Yes. And let's click pitch.
Okay.
So we're crafting the pitch based on your bio and the information about the podcast.
Okay.
Go ahead and read that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah. I'm trying to hold on.
Chef Lee said, don't do that to yourself. I work in this space as well. Kevin said, your health is wealth and nutrition is an important part of that. Y'all are so affirming. This is like the best community ever.
Yeah.
Right. So let's go ahead and see it. Oh.
On the right, if you scroll down, you see the little dark gray bar, Harriet?
The dark gray bar?
On the right side of the white square, there's a dark gray line. See the gray line on the email window right there, right there. Yep,
Oh.
Scroll down. Now you can see the entire thing,
Oh, okay.
right? So if you scroll all the way down, this is where if you don't like what it says, you can rewrite or you can
Oh,
click
down
send.
here, I could put in what I want.
You can put in notes, but those notes stay for you,
Oh, I see.
right? Yep. So go ahead and scroll back up a bit. Sorry, guys, I got kicked out. I wasn't pedaling fast enough on my internet bike. So, the internet.
Not a problem.
Right. So what are your thoughts there, Harriet?
I actually like this is exactly something I would write.
Okay.
So I like
So
it.
scroll down a little bit. And then click that little orange button.
The send email?
Yep, click that. Let's see what happens.
So this is my remember I was telling you I use my my homeschool.
It's okay.
Okay. I don't know why it's not clicking.
Did you click it?
Yeah, but it's
Click it one time. Let's see. Yep.
send.
There it is, right there. Okay. So I don't know why it didn't. Okay. So click on your name click on the X over on the right.
The X
And you
on
can
the
come
right?
back. Yep. The X at the top. Yep.
Okay.
So basically now that, click the X out of there. So now if you ever want to find this, if you click over on Mailbox on the left in the bottom.
Mailbox here.
Yep. You can see the ones that are waiting to be sent.
Okay.
Right. And then once it's sent, it'll go over into the sent folder. When you mark it as replied, it'll move to replied. Right. So basically, you only needed to know how to use 3 systems. If you know how to Google, add to a list like on Amazon, and send an email, you can use our system. That's as technical as it gets, what you just experienced.
Okay, that's what I kind of was I stayed up like 12 o'clock the other night, just afraid. I know, I apologize. I get so frozen. I get so
you just gotta click it, and your house won't burn down or anything. I promise you. Right?
Okay, this was helpful. I appreciate this. So now I'm
click on your name over on the right. I want to show you one last thing because I know you have some hangups about the email. So even if you created a free Gmail account with your Harriet Myers at Gmail or whatever, if you go to settings, right, and you go to emails, which is the second tab there, right? Yep. So there it is there. You can keep sending from here, but if you want to connect a different one, you would just click connect account and it'll let you have multiple accounts. Does that make sense?
oh, right here, connect new accounts. I could do the Zoho one.
You can connect a different one. No, you can connect another one that's based with Gmail or one that's based with Outlook, right? So if you don't have Harriet Myers 2 at Hotmail, I would go set that up for free. Come and connect it and just start pitching from there. Like, we're not sending millions of emails, guys, so don't worry about your email getting blacklisted or any of that. That's why we remove all the technical stuff and all the automation. I've sent over 500,000 emails per year for the last 6 years, and I've never had an email account of mine blocked or blacklisted by following this process. So we're giving you the things that work. We don't teach anything that we haven't lived ourselves, right? So I tell you all to send 30 emails a day. For our clients, we send 30 emails a day, right? Or whatever is some number, but we never go over that, right? We want you to follow up every day. For our clients, we follow up literally in 24 hours the next day. We follow up on their behalf. So we're always practicing what we preach so you can have the security. I'll tell you a funny story. You ever had somebody tell you to do something and they assert, man, all you got to do is, my mama used to say, the minute that you and your friends say, all you got to do is, y'all going to jail, right? Because we knew that it was never that easy. It's never that easy as all you got to do is. It's always something else underneath. And the person who's usually saying it has never done it because it's never that simple. All I'm saying is the things that we teach are things that we've lived in order to protect you. Because all I know is when we get one person's email blocked, they're going to tell everybody. Man, I used that SpeakerHub thing and they blocked my email and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yep, that'll never happen to me. I'm going to make sure that we're teaching them the right things. So Lawrence and then Kathleen.
So I just wanted to bring up a point that Harriet mentioned, this idea that our subject we're speaking on isn't as sexy as everyone else's. But the thing is that there's an audience for everything. And nutrition is something that even if you don't want to sit down and listen to an hour-long speech on it, you need to know it to some level. Because if somebody was having issues with weight loss or hair or skin or their eyes or so many things, Harriet knows the exact answer. She could tell you, oh, you have a magnesium deficiency. Magnesium? What's that? Eat chicken. Oh, your bones are hurting because you have a calcium deficiency. Calcium? What's that? Drink milk. And other people like myself who speaks on mental health. And I specifically speak for mental health on teenagers and young adults, which it's a demographic that the research on it is out there, but it's written in this complex jargon. So what I do is I go out, I read that, I simplify it down, and instead of trying to explain a reticular activating system, I just say, oh, you have this thing in your brain that it's the reason why you notice the things you notice. If a car crash and the sun is shining and there's a fire hydrant, that part of your brain makes you focus only on the car crash. You don't realize there's a fire hydrant. But
I think you make a good point. So, well, I think you make a great point is that I think everybody, there's the old saying that there's nothing new under the sun, right? Yeah. So, everybody has someone else that's speaking on your topic. I don't know anyone with a monopoly topic, but you do have a unique perspective. So your topic may not be unique, but your perspective is because you're the only person with it. So just focus on your perspective on that topic. And that's where you win, right? Kathleen, what's your question? We got, we're going into overtime. My next meeting is at 1:15. So I don't have a lot of time today. Actually, it's at 1:10. So we have about 5 more minutes for overtime. Go ahead, Kathleen.
I can actually wait to 7 p.m. Something just came up. I'll see you the next call. Okay.
Okay, I'll be here at 7. So we do this call twice a day, guys, at 12 noon and also at 7 p.m. I'm at all of them most of the time. And we answer your questions. We just got to get more people on stage. I know today I may have felt a little bit like Suge Knight, but I got to fight for what I believe in. Right. In the words of Lil Wayne, SpeakerHub is the Army, better yet the Navy. Right. And we go fight for what we believe because our mission is to get you all on more stages. And if I have to break a few eggs to make omelets, I'm going to do it because I know that you're better off pitching than not pitching. You are better off pitching than not pitching. And I got to get you all on stages. I'm going to drag you on the stage. Chef Lee, what's up? What's your question? Oh, I thought her hand was up.
I was stretching my hand, sorry.
She was testifying. You know how they do glory. She was like, hey, man.
I will say this really quickly. Out of all of the uh types of meetings and masterminds and podcasts or whatever I've been on lately, I have not run into anyone who owns a company and has invested as much time and energy and as positivity into what it is that they own and making sure that people have a clear understanding. So just want to say I appreciate you, and it's awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you. It's really our team that makes it easy for me. This is all I do. I don't do anything but talk to the customers. Ange runs operations. We just hired 5 more people this week. So I don't know. We probably crossed 40 after our new hires this week. So we're rolling, and they give me the freedom to come out here. So it's not me, it's Ange and Maria. Maria designed this entire app. Let's give her a bunch of credit, right? And she would work 60 hours a week on the weekends, everything. I'm like, Maria, you got to hire some people. No, I'm good. I can just keep working. I'm like, Maria, for the last 4 months, I've been telling you to hire people. And this week she interviewed some folks. We hired 2 of the 4 people she liked. And so, now our design team will be even better because of now she has 4 people. It's 4 people on design, where a year ago this time, it was just Maria designing everything. So we're growing. We're going to keep reinvesting back into SpeakerHub. I don't take a salary from SpeakerHub. Let me make this clear. Our team knows this. I don't get paid from SpeakerHub at all, right? So this is all mission focused for me. My income comes from the other businesses that I own. But SpeakerHub, everything that we make, we put back into hiring more people to help you guys. Why? Because I got to lead by example. If I'm telling y'all got to invest in y'all business, but you're like, yeah, but Ron, get out of here. Everything we make at SpeakerHub goes to hire new people. So over the next few days, what you'll be experiencing is we have a lot of new initiatives that we're rolling out. You all will be able to upload your own courses very soon and sell your courses and trainings directly through SpeakerHub, right? So you won't need Teachable and all this other stuff. All you will cover with us is the Stripe fees, unless we do some partnership deal where we're marketing your course, then we'll take a higher revenue split. But other than that, dude, just help people, right? We got to get you helping more people with your message. So Maria was trying to design the interface for the new software for the courses, trying to get everything set up for the summit. And I just had to have a talk with her like, look, this ain't gonna work. You need more people. So we're constantly growing. We're growing our internal team and our external contractors that we work with for you guys, not for me. It ain't for my ego. I promise you. I prefer to have the money. I promise you, I would prefer to have the cash. But we want to grow the team to be able to give me more time to do this, right? Share my knowledge, but bring in the people who can share their knowledge also. So something that we have, I'm going to explain this really quickly. We have partnered with someone who has written a lot of speeches and helped a lot of people with writing we don't need the advanced. I work with Les Brown or I work with Tony Robbins and I was his speechwriter. We don't need that right now. We need, most of our speakers are advanced, emerging under 3 years, right? They're under 3 years and charging under $5,000 for a speech. So we need the speech writers, the people that can coach them into stepping up their stuff. For those who will need it and want it, they'll have access to a coach that can help them around that. Also, we just partnered with someone that does executive stage presence coaching. They've worked with the best in the world in executive stage presence. They will be coming on to do trainings on executive stage presence. Why? Because a lot of us are good at what we do, but we're not good at presenting what we do with the words. But we get the speech memorized, but we're not good at delivering it physically. Do you see what I mean? So a speech is a thought, a voice, and an activity. It's a thought, the voice, and the activity of delivering that speech, right? I can get up and give the same speech that someone else gives with not the same body language, not the same cadence, not knowing when to take my voice down, not knowing when to get excited. someone needs to teach us those different types of techniques so that we can be as impactful as possible, right? Just like the musicians do. When Patti LaBelle take the mic away from her mouth and then she bring it back and it sound different, that's something that someone taught her how to use the acoustics of a microphone in order to be more impactful. We got to give you all that stuff. If we're going to say we work with the best speakers in the world, we got to help make you the best speakers in the world, right? So we have the head coach. The guy used to be he was the director of coaching and development for Tony Robbins. He works for us now, right? He's on our team doing coaching and development work, right? So we're bringing in the best people to make sure that we can put the best folks on stage. Now, again, we're going to bring you that kicking and screaming, right? Whether you want to go or not, you'll leave before we quit on you. Let me say that again. You will leave before we quit on you. Because you'll say, man, they tried to get me on stage too much. He kept telling me I should be on podcasts. He kept telling me I could really impact people. Yeah, because I believe it. So that's what we're doing. That's our investment on our side. You will see the results of what Maria's doing with her team, what Ange is doing with the entire team. Ange runs the company. I just get to talk about it. I don't even know how to check the chat on here. That's why I look at it like, what they say? Because I don't even know that stuff. So this is about you guys more than what it's about us. Yeah, like Jasmine understands. See, let me tell y'all a quick joke. The other day, Ange was gone for 3 weeks, and this call was terrible, right? I didn't know any other technical stuff. I couldn't even get the thing to work right. And I'm in the call like this. I got my thing turned off so you can't see me. And Jasmine is on here like, yeah, we glad you back, because when Ron was here by himself, it was a train wreck. I'm like, hey, you know I can hear you, right? I'm like, just because my camera ain't on don't mean I can't hear you, you know? But this is about you guys.
I love you, Ron.
And, big hug. I'm never offended. I'm very hard to be offended. But I wanted to let you all know that, because that's what this is about. It's bigger than Nino Brown. This is bigger than Nino Brown. I'm just saying. Any other questions before we close out? We got a minute and a half. Thanks for the kind words, guys. And I'm glad that it's noticeable, the commitment that we have as a team towards you guys, because I got to help you. Anything else?
Thank you, Ron. Have a good one.
Kevin was intrigued about what you were going to teach. So if that could be on the plan for 7, Kevin was really.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about the three, if my person doesn't show up, I'll keep going. When they come in the waiting room, I'm waiting on someone in the waiting room by the name of Barry. So if you see Barry, just give me a sign, Ange, and then we'll end the meeting. But I'm waiting on Barry. So if he doesn't come, I'll talk to you about it. So basically, last night we opened up this box of, there he is. So let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the three divisions. This is a great call to action. Come back tomorrow on the next episode of As the Speaker Hub Turns, right?
It was like hard click. Like, it was great. That was perfect timing.
We're going to talk about the 3 divisions of a speaker's business. You have operations, right? You have sales, and you have product. Most of us as speakers, we're very proud of the product, but nobody ever taught us how to run the operations or the sales and marketing part of the business, right? So in my company, I run the sales and marketing thing. Operations is run by Ange, and Ezekiel runs product. He builds all the software, right? So if we didn't have those 3 divisions, because I like sales, so I'm going to always be sales focused. Ange is very organized, and we'll let her tell the story as to how we brought Ange and her entire company into SpeakerHub. Most people don't know, Ange didn't work for me. She was running her own business with 5 employees. And I said, dude, come on over here. You know, if you get tired of your executive producer dancing all in your videos, come on over to Death Row. And she came over to Death Row, right? So her and 3 of her employees came over to join us and joined us to help us to build this thing because she was better at operations, right? So we're going to talk about how do you build that within your speaker business. You don't need a gang of employees, but you need 3 different mindsets. And you can do that even if you're working by yourself, just by scheduling your calendar, right? So you can schedule your calendar to do admin from 6 a.m. until 10, and then do sales from 10 until 3, and then do operations, organizing things at the end of the day from 3 until 5. And you still have the 3 divisions, and then you just hand those off as you hire people to take over your 4 hours in the morning, your 4 hours in the afternoon, and your 4 hours at night. That's how I built my financial advisory business, right? So we'll go into it. I got to be respectful to Barry. Good to see everybody, but we're going to show y'all the insides of Death Row SpeakerHub next week. All right. See y'all tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Bye, y'all.